And welcome in BCA family. Two BCA teams back at it again for a game two for both of their seasons in the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League 2026. I am Hunter Mancuso. I will be your broadcaster for this game and the whole season. If you remember, yesterday the BCA Bobcats the Athletics got the better of the Bobcats. They won in a soundable win 5-1. So the Bobcats will be looking for both revenge and their first win on the season, and the Athletics will be looking for their second win and to 2-0 the Bobcats to start the season. We are moments away from first pitch. I will turn the camera back around now. We are just about underway here once again in Gaylor Field at Knoxville Catholic High School. We are in for a good game. It's good weather. The Athletics are the home team. The Bobcats are the away team. The Bobcats will take the plate first. Due up first is McCord. First pitch from the pitcher, Carson Lane, is in there for strike number one. That one is fouled off the end of the bat. It will be even at or 0-2. And it is a three-pitch strikeout. McCord goes down on three pitches. Good work for Carson Lane here early. Trying to get the scoreboard to make sure everything is right color-wise, so that way the viewing experience back home. The Bobcats are in gray. They are the away team. The Athletics are home. They are in black. Due up second will be Cox. First pitch to Cox is on the ground, chopped over to second base. A muff over there at second. Joey Sulish, or excuse me, there might be a little bit of defensive changes after the roster was given to me. But as for right now, it's an error on the second baseman. That one's down low. It is Yearwood due up next. He'll rep the bat for the first time today, repping number 3. That one's on the ground, sharply to the first base, picked by Dickens. He will tag the runner, and that is a unfortunate double play. A one unassisted. Dickens gets out of the inning unscathed for the Bobcats, or for the Athletics, excuse me. And the Bobcats go down without a fight. It is a quick 1-2-3 inning. That will do it for the top half of the first inning. I'm going to get the technicalities worked out, and we'll have a much smoother bottom half of the first, excuse me. So I will be right back in the bottom half of it. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Knoxville, Tennessee here as we head into the bottom half of the first inning. A little bit of defensive changes on me there. I'm trying to make sure I have everybody written down in the correct spot so that way when I am talking about these teams, I am saying the right names. But as for right now, the Athletics will take their first rips up at the plate. And pitching on the bump will be number 25, Wessel, for the Bobcats. Right, we'll look to get things going, looking to get the Athletics 2 wins in a row, both over the Bobcats. The lefty on the mound looking in for his first pitch of the day. Good day here for baseball in Knoxville. And it is ball number 1. We are doing pretty good on views, too. The BCA family has tuned in pretty well over the first 2 games, so I do appreciate that, and I hope you all appreciate the game stream as well. We'll have a fun season. Second pitch from Wessel is in there. It's called strike number 1. Right at a 1-1 count, excuse me. And right fouls that one off. And the count will move to 1-2. Right looking to stay alive. Has a 1-2 count on him. And good work by Wright staying alive. He is fouling off close pitches. Already working the count up of Wessel. The 1-2 count on the way from the lefty. And that's caught 3 straight fouls in a row. Solid at bat here from number 22, Grayson Wright. Grayson Wright making a solid bid for the first at bat of the game for the Athletics. The 1-2 for the 4th time on the way. And he skies that one deep into left field. The left fielder going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's a leadoff home run for Grayson Wright. A solid at-bat, and he wins the battle versus Wessel. Grayson Wright fouls off 4 or 5 straight balls and then launches one over the fence, over the left field wall. It is 1-0 here early. BCA Athletics with the lead. Only 10 minutes into this game, and we already have a home run. Due up after the home run will be Danny Isbell. He's got a tall task to follow up after the leadoff shot. And he'll stand there from the left-handed batter's box. It's lefty-lefty to start his at-bat, and he falls behind 0-1. Wessel trying to find a groove. He's found it so far against Isbell. He's ahead 0-2. And he sends that one into left field. That one will not get over the wall. The left fielder is there to make the play on that one. And there's 2 gone. It's a good bounce back there from the pitcher Wessel. Getting it out after the leadoff home run. That will bring up number 3, Colby Comparado. Comparado making a bid for his first hit and his first at-bat. That one's down the middle for called strike number 1. Wessel getting ahead of number 3. One get away, count run up to 2-1. Good day here for baseball, like I said, in Knoxville. It was raining earlier, but as of right now, it is sunny skies. This is the bluest skies I've seen in Knoxville since the league started, so you have to appreciate that on a good Wednesday. 2-1 just misses. It's 3-1. I'm sure these kids appreciated the rain holding off for a little bit. They get to play these games today. And, an hour before the first pitch, before the first game before this, it was pouring down rain, maybe for like 5 minutes, but that's how it goes here in the South. Comparado fighting, it's 3-2. Again, I do apologize if nobody watched yesterday. We do not have visuals on the corners, first and third. The camera won't allow for that wide of view. I'll try to work on that, see if I can't fix it or get a new camera. Comparado's still fighting. That one will go out of play. But as for right now, we have no visuals on first and third, and I do apologize for that. I will try to paint the picture best I can when bang bang moments happen at first and third. But as for right now, I still have a pretty good view of most of the field. The 3-2 is swung on and missed. Back-to-back outs after the leadoff home run for Wessel. Gets Comparado down swinging. That's the second out. So Joey Sulish wearing number 21 today. That's why I was confused as in the last inning. He was rocking number 9 yesterday. First pitch to Sulish is chopped, and that one's going to go just fair over the third base bag. That one's going to roll to the wall. Sulish, a big turn at first. He's heading into second. He will stand up there safely. Big turn at second. It's a stand-up double for Sulish. 2-out knock. Good bats here in the first inning by the Athletics. And so far, they look to be making an early bid for their second win of the season. This league only does consist of 5 teams, so it is quite literally anybody's league to take. A slow start to the season for a team won't mean much of anything else. Mason Alcorn due up now. Wessel finds the strike zone against him. It's 0-1. That one's chopped on the ground at third base. Shortstop Cox coming in, and he'll throw across his body. The bang-bang play, he got him. Good throw by Cox over at short to get the runner going down the line. And that'll do it for the first inning. The Athletics take an early 1-0 lead after 1. The Bobcats will try to answer back as we head into the top half of the second. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we are back here in the top half of the second inning. The Bobcats making an attempt to get that run back. Carson Lane still on the mound. Due up first to start the inning will be number 6. Carson Lane starts him on the outside corner to strike number 1. Lar fouls one off behind the plate. He's down quickly 0-2. Or, excuse me, Brody Watkins is on the mound. Game changer updating slowly. Brody Watkins fires home to Lar, and that one's in the dirt. It's 1-2. And I do apologize for any misspoken names. It's still early in the season. It's complicated with missed jersey numbers on the game changer sheet. I'm used to learning everybody. There's a pretty curveball for the strikeout. There's one away. So I do apologize if anybody's watching back home and I call your family member a different name. I don't mean to do it intentionally. I'm still learning myself too. While Game Changer is teaching me everything I need to know. Brody Watkins gets a strikeout to start the second inning. That will be Bennett right behind him. Nice curveball there from Watkins to Bennett. And there's strike number 1. Great pitching on both sides as we saw yesterday. Both teams are going to be having to get the hits as they come, as there's a chopper on the ground over to short. Alcorn slides to a knee to throw across. Good hustle by Bennett on the line, but the bang-bang play and the umpire says he got him. So that'll be the second out. He looked a little closer than that to me up here, but again, I am not right on the field. Either way, it's a 6-3 ground out for Bennett, and there's 2 gone. So trying to get something going now for the Bobcats in the top half of the second will be McCord. And he's down quickly 0-1. 2 McCords on this Bobcats team. And that one slips away. It's 1-1. Watkins still wheeling and dealing. That one almost hits him. It runs tight and inside. It's 2-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Count moves to 3-1. Watkins with 2 outs behind him, trying to put away the third batter for the final out of the inning. Three one from McCord is chopped high in the air. That one's going to go out of play, it looks like it will, and that'll run the count full. So good battle here by McCord, fighting off to stay alive. The 3-2 count. Full count again, fouled off behind the plate, maybe to the exact same side behind the plate on the first baseline. And count stays full. Brody Watkins trying to put him away. And he will. Called strike 3 on the corner. Watkins got him. McCord looks back and shakes his head. Doesn't approve of that strike 3 call, but either way, he will head to the dugout, and that will be the end of the first, or end of the top half of the second, excuse me. So we will head into the bottom half of the second. The Bobcats still trail by 1. It's not 1-0 Athletics. We will have the bottom half for you when we come back. Back in Gaylord Field, here in Knoxville Catholic High, the Athletics currently have a 1-0 lead over the Bobcats, and they will get their second chance to add on some more insurance. Due up to start the inning is Gavin DeBartolomeu, first pitch on the way from Wessel, and it misses outside. It's 1-0. DeBartolomeu, a good chance to be a leadoff hitter, get the inning going for his guys. They would love some insurance runs. Both teams can fight. Second pitch from Wessel misses downstairs. DeBartolomeu playing behind the dish today. He will be the counterpart to Brody Watkins and whoever else the Athletics choose to throw today. The captain of the infield, he's called. 2-0 coming home. Good eye by DeBartolomeu, working the count to a 3-0. Wessel not trying to lose a leadoff hitter, and he will. It's a 4-pitch walk for the catcher. And there's a leadoff runner on. Fennell due up next. Or excuse me, Dickens due up next. Dickens, number 7. He'll be the first baseman today. The lefty crime in the left-handed box. First pitch to Will Dickens is in there. It's called strike number 1. Gavin DeBartolomeu over there at first base, and you can't see him. Won't be too aggressive with the left hand on the mound. He has easy visuals of him. The 0-1 misses. Will Dickens had that fortunate play for him only an inning ago over at first base, had that unassisted double play. I know it's not called the hot corner as third base is, but it is still a hot corner, as he found out. The 1-1, back up the middle. That one's going to get through the shortstop. Both runners, or DeBartolomeu will head over to second base. A nice single up the middle for Will Dickens. He puts one more runner aboard, and that will be number 2. Now Fennell will be up. Jack Fennell in a good spot to do some damage here. 2 runners on, nobody out. And Wessel trying to keep his team at bay, already down to 1-0. Good job of painting the corner there. That ball was close, and it goes to 0-1. It's fouled off behind the plate, and we'll move to 0-2 for Fennell. Bartolomeu ready, jumpy over there at second base. Wessel trying to put away Fennell. Curveball misses high and outside. So far, these hitters are loving that left field wall. We've seen a home run today. We saw a couple home runs yesterday go over that short fence in left field. Barely 340 down the line. So easy for these kids to pull as the ball is pulled foul by Fennell. You can't see it. All you can see is straightaway center where it says 360 and a pretty high wall. And it's the same thing over in right field. The same distance at least, but the wall is about 30 feet taller. I believe the bullpen is underneath the right field wall. Over and left, a much shorter wall, much easier for right-handed hitters to pull to the left side. Jack Fennell still at a 0-2 count, the curveball. Or excuse me, at a 1-2 count, now at a 2-2 count. Solid at bat by Fennell. Another foul ball from Jack Fennell, doing a great job here, possibly seeing Wessel solid, but not entirely. Trying to keep his at-bat alive. And he will look to ram up the pitch count. Wessel already over 30 pitches through an inning and a third, or excuse me, only an official inning. The long at-bat of Fennell is still going, and it will go again. The count has worked full. So multiple strikes and foul balls early, letting the junk be junk. Fennell has worked himself into a long at-bat. Count runs full with 2 runners on. But still nobody out. Full count pitch. Another foul ball. Jack Fennell, have yourself an at-bat. We are only in the second inning, and we are seeing multiple high-quality at-bats from both of these teams. The Athletics got it done by way of a solo shot in the first, and Jack Fennell has not put one in fair play yet, but all these foul balls, having himself a great at-bat. He has to appreciate it while it's going. The full count one more time. It's popped high in the air into foul territory, peeking down the line, and that one's going to go foul over the fence. We'll do it again. Wessel still trying to put him away. 2 runners on, nobody out. And he wins the battle. Fennell goes down by way of a strikeout. Nothing to show for it there, but still has to appreciate the long, solid at-bat he just had. He'll get some high fives walking into the dugout. But Wessel wins that one. Still 2 runners on, with only 1 out, and that will bring up Finn Piper. Finn Piper, another lefty to face a lefty. First pitch at his knees, just below it. Count will move to 1-0. Finn Piper in a good spot to do some damage with a runner in scoring position. That one almost hit him. We'll go to 2-0. Finn Piper rocking number 17 today. The lefty on the mound fires. Piper, big swing there. That is the first strike of the at-bat. That one almost hit Piper. Backs him up a little bit. We'll go to 3-1. Still seeing a lot of these players' first plate appearances or pitching appearances. Still early through the league, so a lot of these kids are getting their foot in the door. Still getting their footing in, you could say. Such as Wessel. Pitch count is up, but his stuff is pretty solid. And he gets not back-to-back strikeouts yet. That count will run full. So 2 full counts in a row by the Athletics. Really getting the pitch count of Wessel up, already over 40 pitches. Doubled it from an inning ago. The 3-2 on the way to the lefty is fouled or in fair play to the third base. McCord will tag the runner by way of the force. And there is 1 gone. Or 2 gone, excuse me. So Piper did put the ball in play, but to no avail. All the third baseman had to do was either tag the runner or step on the bag. So now Wright will be back up for his second at-bat in as many innings. Grayson Wright due up again. Grayson Wright 1 for 1 on the day. Did have that home run an inning ago. He would love a home run again here with 2 runners on. Garrett Wright in another spot for a potential RBI situation. Wessel, the 1-0 to him, is in the dirt. 2-0. Good stop by the catcher, Lar, behind the dish. It will avoid any runners taking a free bag, and that makes it 2-0. We'll get a timeout from their coach. Just checking on his pitcher. We need some mics on the field so we can hear what they're talking about. Don't have any other mics except the one that I'm talking into. I did go back and listen to the streams between innings, and it is real quiet when I'm not talking, so I do apologize for that. I will try to find a way to possibly get some crowd mics going, so that way there's a little bit more background noise, and it's not just pitch silent when I'm not speaking. But it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a lot of broadcast. I will be on the mic for all of them. But as for right now, Garrett Wright, number 22 at a 2-0 count. Wessel dials back in. And that one's going to head down low, below the zone, and it is 3-0. Garrett Wright in a good spot. Most likely we'll have the 3-0 red light with 2 gone. His spell in the on-deck circle waiting. The 3-0 catches the upstairs corner. Wessel stays alive against Wright. Good battle by Wessel, not losing Wright. Back-to-back pitches in the upstairs part of the zone. Have to appreciate Wessel still dialing in, even though this inning has not gone his way. No runs have scored, but between some long at-bats and some base runners, Wessel's pitch count would probably be a little higher than he would like it thus far. The full count pitch is sent high in the air, about medium right field. Right fielder puts it away, and that is the 3rd out. So the pitch count won't agree to it, but no runs do come across the board for that inning. And the Athletics only retain a 1-0 lead. The Bobcats get out of it unscathed. We will head into the 3rd inning already. This game is moving quick. And I will have the top half of it for you when we come back. We are moving quickly here at Knoxville Catholic High School as the game is quickly already into the 3rd inning. We are only 40 minutes into the game. And Birdie Wright is still on the mound. His first assignment in the 3rd inning, will be against number 15, Combs. Combs playing first base today. That one runs inside. Combs trying to get his team going for the inning. Watkins moving real efficiently, only at 23 pitches at a 2-1 count now, just behind Combs. The Bobcats still do trail 1-0 after that leadoff home run. And Combs sends one high in the air. That one's going to get fouled just behind the net. That will move the count to 2-2. That one almost hits Combs, backs him up a little bit. He stays alive for another at-bat or another pitch. Watkins, leadoff hitter, full count. He'll send one deep to center field. Comparado goes back. He'll make a leaping catch right at the wall, and he will put it away. Good contact there by Combs, but Comparado made a solid read on it and put it away for the first out. Comparado looking into the sun on that one might have taken one step in the wrong direction, and that's why he had to have a jump for it. But he put it away. No harm, no foul. That's going to be 1 up, 1 down. That will bring up number 26, Harding. He'll step into the left-handed batter's box as Watkins remains on the mound. The first pitch to Harding is in there. Call it strike number 1. Harding chops one on the ground over to first base. Dickens is there. He'll flip over to Watkins, who covers the bag. 2 up, 2 down. Good PFPs there by Brody Watkins, getting over there to cover the bag. And quickly here, the Bobcats' third inning is turning bleak. So after number 26, Harding will be number 7, Grissoff. He'll be making his first plate appearance of the evening. He'll step in hoping for a little 2-out rally. Watkins just misses the outside part of the plate. It's 1-0. A little chopper off the end of the bat. Joey Sulich is there. He'll throw over to Watkins, or Dickens, excuse me. And that's the final out of the inning. So a quick inning on both sides. Good work by Brody Watkins, putting away the Bobcats relatively quick. And the Athletics will come up with a chance to do more damage in the bottom half of the third inning. I will have that for you when we come back. And we're back as the bottom half of the third inning gets ready to get underway. Wessel's still on the bump. He will face number 00, Isbell, for his second rip of the day. Me personally, I always thought the 00 was cool. A little bit more cooler than the single 0, because there's just 2 of them. fills up the back of the jersey a little bit more. But I know some people would prefer the single zero, but double zero's got a good ring to it. And double zero fouls off the first pitch. A little excuse me swing there and it caught part of the bat. It'll be 0-1. Another swing and a miss there from Danny Isbell, and he's behind quickly now 0-2. Wessel 100% is looking for a quicker inning, trying to eat some innings here for his team. Not eat some innings as in he's down much, but that pitch count is getting a little high up there. This will be his 50th pitch. And Isbell sends that one into shallow center field. Center fielder trying to look into the sun. He's going to dive, and he loses it. It's going to roll to the wall. Isbell on his horse. He's going to take a quick stop at second base. And it is a stand-up double. That will undoubtedly go down as a hit. The center fielder seemed to have lost it in the sun, tried to make a read on it, and just couldn't corral it in. I believe that is Say out there in center field. I do not have official positions for the outfielder right now, but that's who I believe is out there. It's a tough break for Say, diving on a ball. Couldn't corral it, but you could tell he lost it in the sun. That will bring back up Colby Comparado. First pitch to Comparado is down low. It's 1-0. Comparado in a good spot to bring home a run here early in the third, so nobody out. It's going to miss just down low. There you go. Wessel finds the strike zone against Comparado. Now it's 2-1. It's going to be a long season between me and y'all, the viewers. I every now and again, I forget this is YouTube. They just have a chat feature. So if there's anything that you don't like about the stream, just let me know, and I can make sure it's fixed by the end of the season. We'll have a whole lot of games together. Comparado fouls that one out of play. Making a read on it is the catcher, Laurie, stuck with it, and he makes the play. Good grab by number 6 behind the plate. I thought, reading his body language, he was going to go foul, but instead he puts it away for the first out of the inning. So tough break for Comparado. Just would have liked that ball to drift a little bit more south of the field, but instead it's the first out. Joey Sulich looking for his second knock of the game. He is 1 for 1. Sulich, if you'll remember, dominated yesterday. Was on the mound and was throwing quickly, working consistent. He'll look for a more consistent day off the mound today, 1 for 1. Sulich ahead in the count now, 3-0. It's a pretty time here in Knoxville in this part of the day, but it's maybe the worst time to play baseball in, just for the fact that the sun is blinding most of the outfielders and maybe the middle infielders as well. Visually, it's very pretty. The camera doesn't do it justice at all. But I'm sure most people who have been out here before, especially in Knoxville where there's very nice sunsets, they'll know what's going on. And it's a 4-pitch walk for Sulich. That one was just on the outside part of the plate, but Wessel doesn't get it to go his way. And we will get one more mound meeting. This might be it for Wessel. Mason Alcorn will come to the plate. And we are going to Step aside. I will leave the camera on, but I'm going to mute my microphone. We will let the new pitcher get warmed up, and I will tell you who it is when we come back. All right, back here as the lefty gets warmed up, it'll be numbers 27, Cox on the mound. He will inherit 2 runners on. Isbell is at second. Sulish is on base over at first. Mason Alcorn will take his second rips of the game. Cox comes in with his team still down a run and the other team threatening to pile on some more. The lefty will be tasked with getting out of the bases almost loaded jam and keep the 1-1 lead right where it is. The first pitch on the way from Cox to Alcorn is up the middle to shortstop. Cox, he'll throw to second for 1. Across the diamond to first, double play. 1 pitch, twin killer. Good work by Cox. 1 pitch is all it took. And that will be the end of the 3rd inning. We are still moving quickly here through this one. The 4th inning will be here underway. The Athletics, or the Bobcats, will be back up to bat. We'll see if they can get a run back. Just under halfway through this one. And we are currently looking in the top of the fourth inning of this game. I have misclicked the score. It is currently 1-0. Athletics. They have a 1-0 lead over the Bobcats. We will get Charlie Lofton on the mound, number 44. And if you can see the screen while he was warming up, he is one of these weird sidearm pitchers that has a real funky step and a real funky release. Something you'd see maybe from Dennis Eckersley with the Oakland Athletics back in the day. And we'll see the first pitch here to Say. Big swing and a miss, and he goes down early 0-1. Say, number 29, he will be the center fielder for the Bobcats in this one. He's taking his first reps today. I love this funky windup. The video of him on the stream doesn't do it justice. I think if I tried to throw like that, I would end up throwing the ball in the stands. So you have to appreciate a kid who's 18, 19, 20 years old coming in and throwing this funky and actually finding the strike zone. He's ahead 1-2. Attacking the corners. Say gets even at 2 apiece. Say has a rather large frame, and I know when he makes contacts, he hits the ball very, very hard and very, very far. Hasn't gotten a chance to do that yet this season. Count will move full. But I know he is just waiting for his pitch and waiting for his big moment. Only here in game 2 in the season, still real early. The full count on the way to him. Backs him off the plate a little bit, almost hits him, and that's a full count walk. Charlie Lofton with this weird sidearm pitching motion will undoubtedly do better against right-handed pitchers because his breaking balls will go across the plate or it will go across the batter's box instead of into the batter as it did for Say, who stood in the left-handed box. Throw over, no go. But it will be McCord due up. He's 0 for 1. But yes, the breaking stuff off the hand of this funky sidearm. He is really checking on Say. He gets back safely, but Say is taking a pretty sizable lead over there at first. Say comes home with it. Or Lofton comes home with it, and Say, of course, first pitch stealing. That ball is in the dirt, and Say is in there safely at second. Say with that big frame and with that big speed, he's always a threat on the base paths. McCord will now stand in for the first runner in scoring position today for the Athletics, or for the Bobcats, excuse me. 1-0 hits him. Looks like it skimmed his jersey a little bit, but nonetheless, that's going to put 2 runners on. The Bobcats having a successful start to their 4th inning. Cox will come up to the plate, number 1. The lefty will have an easier time seeing this funky release than a right-hander. He'll square around to bunt, pulls back, nothing going. Corners were crashing in. You can see Dickens on the right side of your screen real crashing, as the corner infielders are supposed to do. No bunt showed there. Count move even at 1. Big swing and a miss there by Cox, and he falls behind 1-2. Lofton still trying to find his first out of the inning. 2 runners on, nobody out. The 1-2 on the way to Cox almost hits him. It runs upstairs. It's 2-2. So not a whole lot of last name uniqueness for the Bobcats. They have 2 McCords and 2 Coxes. I'm sure there is a reason for that, but still funny nonetheless. The 2-2 pitch is tapped in the air to shallow left field. Isbell is there. He'll get underneath it. There's 1 out. Both runners will treat. Nothing more going. Good opposite way contact there by Cox, unfortunately. Just not deep enough to have Isbell overrun, outrun, or not get there in time. That will bring up number 3, Yearwood. Another lefty will stand in against the right-hander, the right-hand submariner. Is that a word? Submarino? Submariner? Well, it is now. It is for this broadcast. Another miss outside for him, and it's 2-0. The Bobcats would hate to strand 2 runners on. They're undoubtedly looking for anything in the gap up the middle or through the infield, so that way Say and his quick speed at second can come score and tie the game. Little timeout. Third baseman right over to talk to his pitcher. Yearwood working himself into the 3-0 count, a pitch away from a 4-pitch walk. The 3-0 from Lofton to Yearwood misses upstairs. It is a 4-pitch walk. That will load up the bases, and with only 1 out, a huge spot for the Bobcats in the 4th. We will see number 6, Lar, come up to the dish. He is behind the plate, of course. He is catching today. And I've always wondered if catchers have a better eye at the plate because they're seeing so many pitches come across. I'm assuming it's worked for all the great catchers out there. Not every catcher is great, but you'd have to think they have that sort of mindset. He will stand in from the right-handed box. He's up 0-1 or 1-0. Base hit, ball 4, hit by pitch, catcher's interference, anything to get on base and tie the game. Beating around the strike zone right now is Charlie Lofton. We'll get a mound meeting from the coach. Still good viewership. I know the BCA family out there definitely wants to watch their boys play, and that I do respect and, of course, appreciate. And again, once more, I hope y'all all are appreciating this broadcast. We'll find ways to improve it with each and every one, or I will find ways to improve it with each and every one. This is a one-man show. I am in charge of the broadcast, setting it up, talking, the scoreboard, all of it. It's all me. So unfortunately, when things go wrong, I have no one to blame but myself, but I will figure it out, and it will be a good broadcast. Anyways, bases loaded, still at a 2-0 count. Lofton in a dangerous spot here. Lauren, a good spot. The 2-0 behind him. Good stop by DeBartolomeu behind him. Not letting the ball get to the backstop, which undoubtedly would have scored one. And Lofton in danger of a bases loaded 3-0 walk, potentially. The side armor deal is the 3-0. And there it is, strike number 1. A ground ball double play would be very ideal for Lofton here. Anything to not allow a runner. Lar looking at a 3-1 count. Big swing and a miss there from the catcher, and count runs full. Good battle by both of these men. Lofton lost him 3-0 and gained him back to a full count. Lar battling to not let his men strain the bases loaded in the 4th. Still down a run. The 3-2 on the way. Hits him. And it also hit the umpire. Hopefully both of those men are okay. But for now, it is a bases loaded hit by pitch, and that's just not what you want to see if you're Charlie Lofton. Tough break for the kid. Just had a ball slip just to inside. And that looks like that will be it for Lofton. We will get a little bit of defensive changes and realignments. And we'll see if we get a new pitcher. Or if I misread the situation. So no new pitcher. It looks like it is still Charlie Lofton on the rubber. Just had some new fielders come in the game. As it updates on Game Changer, I will update y'all on who came in. So the score is now 1-1. Nothing changes on the base paths. And Bennett is up back up at the dish for his second at bat. Bennett, like Lard, comes in, bases loaded with only one out. Instead, the score is now 1-1. And he's going to chop that one. That one's going to get through the third base bag. One runner will score. Here comes another one. The tag at third base. And there's an out there. Lard is tagged out on the force or on the option. But as for right now, 2 runs, I believe, will score. Yearwood and McCord came home. Lars out on the throw. And Bennett safely into second. Strike number 1 there from McCord, number 22. And I apologize when things get slow commentary-wise. I'm trying to figure out how to do the scoreboard and break down the play for y'all. So 0-1 count now to McCord. Big swing and a miss there. He falls behind 0-2. Charlie Lofton trying to escape this inning where 3 runs have already passed. One coming by way of a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, and the other a 2-run double from Bennett. Almost got a swing there from McCord instead. The count runs even at 2 apiece. So good work by the Bobcats in this inning. Got the bases loaded, getting a hit by pitch. Good double down the line by Bennett. Almost had a man on second and third, but Lard was out heading to third. And instead, there's just 1 runner on. Good work by McCord, working the count back to full. Lofton, his 30th pitch on the way with this one. And he will get a strikeout with it. So that's the third out of the inning. However, 3 runs do come across. The Bobcats take the lead as we head into the back half of the game. We are officially halfway home. And the bottom half of the fourth will be underway when we come back. The Athletics will try to answer a 3-run inning. Don't go anywhere. I'll have it for you when we come back. And welcome back to the back half of this one here at Gaylor Field at Knoxville Catholic High School. That's a tongue twister, apparently. We are at a 3-1 score. The Bobcats lead in the bottom half of the fourth inning. On the mound is a new pitcher, number 27, will come in and face his first batter of the day. First pitch on the way, misses outside. It's ball number 1. That's how we will get the fourth inning started. Be Gavin DeBartolomeu. DeBartolomeu now at a 2-0 count. Cox still on the bump, number 27. Breaking ball gets away from him there. Clicking a 3-0 count. You know, Gavin DeBartolomeu, the catcher, would love to get on base and start another rally for his team, who just fell behind by 2 runs. Cox on a mission to keep the lead right where it is. The 3-0 on the way to the catcher. Finds the zone. It's 3-1. Big swing and a miss there by DeBartolomeu. And the count will run full. Good battle by both these men here early. The lefty fires, and he loses DeBartolomeu. Good battle by both of those men, but Gavin, the catcher, did win it. And it's a leadoff walk for the Athletics. So that will bring up another lefty to face the lefty. It will be Will Dickens, the first baseman. Dickens is 1 for 1 today. DeBartolomeu looks very jumpy over there at first base, but has to be careful with the lefty in the mound. Oh, nice curveball. Just missed the zone. I would love if we had another view of the strike zone. That one's going to miss upstairs, and the count will run to 3-0. Back-to-back 3-0 counts here early in the fourth. The Bobcats, or the Athletics, are threatening. Dickens looking for back-for-back base runners. Doesn't get it there. Count moves to 3-1. The lights have just come on in the outfield, so we will see a blacker sky. I know on the broadcast or the stream, the sky looks awfully white. It's more of like a nice light blue, some pink clouds. That's what I meant earlier when I said the camera doesn't do the sky justice. And Dickens works the 3-1 walk. So it's back-to-back base runners to start the fourth for the Athletics. They are threatening after going down 2. A mound meeting for head coach to talk to his current pitcher, number 27, Cox. Number 2, Jack Finn, will walk back into the box looking for his second rip of the day. Currently 0 for 1 in a good spot. He squares to bunt, bunts it up in the air. It's going to go foul on the third baseline. Good read by number 26, Harding, over there at third base to let it go foul. I don't know if it was in the stream or not, but kind of did a little back off shimmy jump off of it. And the count will move to 0-1 after that foul bunt. Almost a good bunt there by Fennell. Instead, it went just foul. Fennell at a 0-1 count. Squares to bunt once more. Pulls back outside. Count moves even at 1. DeBartolomeu over at second. Will Dickens over at first. Jack Fennell, number 2, at the plate currently. Still nobody out. 1-1 count. Squares to bunt again. No go. Pulls back. Undoubtedly a squeeze sacrifice bunt situation if there has been this consistent bunts being shown. Athletics trying a little small ball here, you could say. Squares once more, fouls it off behind the plate, and that will remove the bunt, says strikes count has landed at 2, and therefore the bunt will now be out of play. So 2-2 count. Jack Fennell will square up and swing this time. Cox trying to put him away. Good at bat by Fennell, fouling off a bunch of close pitches. And if you remember in Fennell's last at bat, he maybe had a 30 or 40 pitch at bat that ran 0-2, 3-2 with maybe 34 foul balls in between. Fennell is oh so close on every pitch he makes contact with. Jack Fennell at a 2-2. Cox on the way. Line drive up the middle. That one's going to get down. DeBartolomeu on his horse. He'll be held up at third. It's a single for Jack Fennell. The bases will stay loaded. Nobody comes across to score. Good line drive up the middle by number 2. And that loads up the bases at a 3-1 score. Athletics are knocking on the doorstep of something. It will be Finn Piper up, bases loaded, nobody out. Lefty-lefty action here in the biggest moment of the game right now for the Athletics. Big 4th inning here for both teams. Swing and a miss there by Piper. He'll fall behind 0-1. Piper in a big spot. That one almost hits him. It gets past the catcher, Lar. Good heads up by the backstop. And he saves a run coming home. Count moves even at 1. DeBartolomeu always aggressive on the base paths through his first 2 games. Dickens and Fennell would be on the move as well. Had that ball gotten past. They call the catcher a backstop for the reason. Stopped the ball once it got past him, but stopped any runners from advancing. Piper at a 1-1. Another spike in the dirt, and that's why you call him a backstop. Good bouncing spike there, or good block of the bouncing spike, and count move to 2-1. Bases loaded for Finn Piper. The 2-1 count is lined into left field. Left field is going to catch it. DeBartolomeu coming home. The throw is going to be late. DeBartolomeu will slide in safe. A very close play. Good speed by Gavin coming home. Good throw by the left fielder. Unfortunately, he was just a little too far back to make anything on it. And the Athletics get one back. It's a 3-2 score. So after that sac fly by Finn Piper, that will turn the lineup back over. It will be number 22, Garrett Wright. Some great games today in the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League. The one before this between the Eagles and the Bears was just as fun. Much closer game today between these two BCA teams than the one yesterday. Cox just misses downstairs. Back-to-back pitches missed just a little low for Cox. Wright gets ahead of 2-0. Wright 1 for 2 on the evening. Would love to replicate what he did in the first inning with that solo shot. And another spot for his RBIs. Just missed up. Right ahead 3-0. Cox not trying to load up the bases by way of a free walk. Isbell looms on deck just behind Garrett Wright. The 3 on the way to leadoff hitter. Taking in the middle, it's 3-1. Only one out after that sacrifice fly, so a ground ball would potentially end the inning. Some pitches down in the zone off of the arm of Cox on the mound. The 3-1 is in there. Good battle by Cox, working the count full after falling behind 3-0. We'll get some players running out to the bullpen. The full count pitch on the way to Garrett Wright. 2 runners on. And he fouls it off behind the plate. These Athletics complete 1-9 up and down the roster. Just fight and fight and fight. You can never count them out even when they're down or up in the at-bat because they just love to fight off close pitches. So we'll do full count one more time. And Cox is going to lose Garrett Wright. He works the full count walk. Bases will be loaded once again. And up comes Danny Isbell. Isbell 1 for 2 on the evening. Comes in with the bases loaded in a huge spot. Only 1 out. Anything that gets down could score 2. First pitch just catches the outside part of the plate. Isbell falls behind 0-1. Isbell looking for lefty-lefty crime off of the arm of Cox. The 0-1 is in the dirt. It's spiked. Good stop there by Lar. Bases juice. Dickens on third. Fennell on second. Wright on first. Isbell at a 1-1 count. The pitch is swung on. That one's going to get down in front of the left fielder. One runner will score. Fennell on his horse. He's grounding third. He will be held up. Only Dickens scores. We now have a tie ball game off of the opposite field single by Danny Isbell. Good rip by the kid going opposite way with it. Placing it just in front of the feet of the left fielder out there and playing relatively deep was the left fielder, but it worked out in Isbell's favor. And now with still only 1 out, the Athletics have clawed their way back, tied the game, still have bases loaded with 1 out. Colby Comparado now at the dish. Comparado still hitless today in his third at-bat. There's the strike zone for Cox. The count move even at 1. Cox trying to escape the inning has already surrendered the lead. The 1-1 gets away from the catcher. Fennell does hold up at first, and instead the count moves to 2-1. Nobody advances. Fennell and Comparado very dialed in a 1-1 count and a crucial at bat. 2-1 gets away from Lar again. Multiple balls getting away from the catcher in this inning. Few of them touching his glove, few of them he not contacting with at all before it goes past him. But either way, great effort by the backstop making sure nobody advances, and the count now moves to 3-1. Comparado undoubtedly ready for something to hit here. Cox trying to avoid the bases loaded walk. The 3-1 coming. Just misses the upstairs part of the plate. It is a bases loaded walk. The Athletics have now taken the lead. Good work by the Athletics offensively tonight. Working the sticks, not swinging at junk pitches. Went up, went down, and are now up again. It is a 4-3 game. We will not see a pitching change. It is still Cox on the mound. Looking at about 40 pitches in this inning alone, trying to escape what has now been a 3-run inning. Both teams have scored 3 runs in the 4th. So the Bobcats did it, and the Athletics said, if you can do it, I can do it too. It will be Joey Sulish up now. He's 1 for 1. And a breaking ball that gets away from Lar again. Garrett Wright over at third. He will stay put. Sulish goes ahead 1-0. The Athletics looking for any insurance runs they can get. Only have a 1-run lead. The 1-0 to Sulish. High and away. Good stop by Lar behind the plate. Count moves to 2-0. As the sun now sets, you can kind of see just beyond the trees in center field a little bit of blue coming back in the sky. You can see the bright lights up top turning on, and as the sun goes down here within the next 20-ish minutes, if I had to say, we will get a full black sky, and then there will be no more blinding white at the top of the screen for y'all. For now, Sulish at a 2-0 count, 3-0 count. Cox missing high and away all 3 pitches to Sulish, and he has held off all of them. So at an hour and a half now into this game has gone longer than the game that went 7 innings yesterday. Both teams fighting more this one. The 3-0 is downstairs. Back-to-back bases loaded walks. That will be the end of the night for Cox. And the Athletics take another run for themselves. It is 3-5. So Cox, not being able to find the strike zone tonight, has walked in 2 runs with the bases loaded, and we will get a new pitcher. We will let him warm up. I will step aside, and when we come back, we will have the rest of the inning for y'all. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So for your new pitcher, the jersey number has changed, but the last name has not. The other Cox has taken the mound, number 1, instead of number 27, and he will inherit the bases loaded with only one runner out, and number 14 or 16 today, will be Mason Alcorn. Alcorn is in the batter's box. He will be in the batter's box momentarily. Alcorn is 0 for 2 in the day. It would be a great spot for him to get his first rip. With already a 2-run lead, bases loaded, and still one runner out. This is a great spot for the Athletics to break this door open and run away with it a little bit. Cox coming in, not trying to let that happen. Again, Isbell on third, Comparado on second, Sulish over on first. The first pitch on the way to Alcorn. Little half swing there. Just missed outside. Quickly behind 2-0. The Athletics are in desperate needs of strikes being thrown. The 2-0 on the way. There's a strike being thrown. Big swing and miss by Alcorn. That'll battle the count back to 2-1. Alcorn not trying to let the moment get too big for him. Simple swings, pass the bat to the next guy. The 3-1 count is swung on and missed. Count will run full. Alcorn battling Cox in both of these men's first appearance today. The 3-2 on the way from Cox is drilled up the middle. That one's going to land. Isbell will score. Comparado on his horse. He will score. Sulish going to third. Alcorn held up at first. It is a 2-run single from Mason Alcorn. The Athletics keep pouring it on here in the fourth. It is now a 3-7 ball game. So tough break for Cox coming in. Giving up a single is not the end of the world, but obviously when you have the bases loaded, you're coming in inheriting a tough spot. It's a little hard to do that, but for now it will be Gavin DiBartolomeu up once more. Big swing and a miss from DiBartolomeu, and he goes down 0-1. DiBartolomeu, I believe, led off the inning, so they have officially batted around, and still there's only one out. Big breaking ball and a big swing. He sends it high in the air just beyond second base. Second baseman backpedaling, and he will make the play. Took a stumble, but in the meantime, Sulish tags and scores. That will make it a 3-8 ball game. Call it the 7th run in the inning. So just unfortunate for that second baseman there. That ball was getting just in between no man's land between second and right. Right fielder couldn't get there in time, and second baseman took a tumble. To record the second out, at least an out was recorded, but in the meantime, another run comes in to score. The Athletics increase their lead to 5. The throw over gets away. Alcorn going to second base. He's going to third. The ball has still not been picked up yet. Alcorn, the bang-bang play, and he is out. So the base running aggressiveness got to him. Will Dickens will kick off their next at-bat with his next appearance. But for now, the inning is finally over. That is the end of the 4th inning. The Athletics score 7 runs in that inning. The Bobcats scored 3, but obviously to no avail. We will head into the back few innings. When we come back, the score, BCA Bobcats 3, BCA Athletics 8. Back here in Knoxville, as the fifth inning begins to get underway, it will be number 44, the funky sinker thrower of Troy Lofton. Lofton's first pitch is missed outside. It's 1-0. Holmes lines one into left field. It's a leadoff single for number 15. He's going to take a wide turn at first. He'll head to second. The throw not in time. Combs is in there. Leadoff double for number 15, and that is very timely hitting. The Bobcats are in desperate need of getting any runs back that they can. Charlie Lofton came in and did allow a few runs to the Bobcats an inning ago, but you have to think that he has relatively forgot about that now because he has been given 5 runs of run insurance. So he will dial back in and try to sit down the lineup in order. First pitch to number 26, Harding, is fouled off down the left side. Harding again to the left side, and that one's going to get through. Combs will be held up at third. It's back-to-back hits to start the inning for the Bobcats, and they are back in business. What a fun game so far. Back and forth. Nothing but good offense today. Have to appreciate it. You have to be excited for what's in store for, quite frankly, both of these teams and the entire league across the span of this 2-month season. These kids will be definitely getting their reps in over the summer here in Knoxville. And they'll be learning good ball. Grisoff up at the plate now. First pitch to him is in there. Strike one. Harding goes off at first. The throw down is in time. He got him. Harding out trying to steal second base. Combs remains at first. But good throw down by DeBartolomeu to get the stealing Harding. Lofton dials back in. Misses upstairs. Grisoff now stands in with only 1 runner on and now 1 out. I believe that is DeBartolomeu's first stolen or first caught batter stealing this season. That one gets away. Combs coming home to score, and he will. It's a wild pitch or a pass ball. The Bobcats have cut their deficit in half. The score is now 4-8. What a wild back and forth game. Not back and forth yet, or for the Bobcats' sake at least. But still, quick runs, quick outs. This is fun baseball. That one is hit hard between first and second base, and that one's going to get through. Couple of base hits to start the inning for the Bobcats. Grisoff, the third hit of the inning for them, actually. And they might have gone down by 4 now, but they know they are not out. And Say is coming up to the plate next. We will get a mound meeting to discuss Charlie Lofton's next moves. And that will actually be it for Charlie Lofton. So the sidearmer does not get much work into the 5th inning. And we will get a replacement batter or a replacement pitcher. Like usual, I will step aside and I will be back after the new guy comes in and I will tell you who he is. I'll be right back. Back here to resume the 5th inning. It will be number 17, the left-hander. If the jersey number on the jersey references the one on the sheet, this is number 17, Lucas Duncan, coming in to face, say, number 29. It will be lefty-lefty action to start his day out of the pen. First pitch to Say, a little hesitation there, but strike nonetheless. It's 0-1. He inherits a runner on first base. It is Grisoff. So I was actually incorrect, as I thought it was. It's Finn Piper, number 30 on the roster sheet, number 17 wearing his jersey right now. So Finn Piper now behind of Say. Count moves to 3-1. Finn Piper not trying to lose his first hitter of the night, and he will. It's a 5-pitch walk. Good work by Say, laying off the junk. That will put 2 runners on. Number 2, McCord will come back up to the plate. He's 0 for 1, stands in, trying to be a part of the team that claws back from the 4-run deficit. First pitch from Finn Piper to McCord is hit high in the air down the right field line. That one's going to get fouled just behind first base. And the count moves to 0-1. Another big swing and a miss there from McCord. Finn Piper getting ahead of him. Count moved to 0-2. The daytime turned into dusk now, as you can see, just beyond center field. Getting a little more dark blue blackish. So a little bit more easy on y'all's eyes back at home. The 0-2 pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. McCord trying to keep the inning alive. The 1-2 pitch from Finn Piper. Breaking ball just missed in the top part of the zone. The base running aggressiveness will for sure be to the max level if any balls hit into play. Yeah, the Bobcats are still scraping back. 2-2 from the lefty. Big swing and a miss. He gets McCord down swinging. Huge second out for Finn Piper. And he gets only an out away from stranding 2 runners on, and it will be Cox coming up to the plate. First pitch to Cox misses outside and low. Two runners aboard. Grisoff on second. Say at first. Cox at the dish. Up to a 2-0 count now after that miss upstairs by Finn Piper. Finn Piper attacking. Cox here falling behind him 2-0. It's falling behind him 3-0 now. Cox only a ball outside of the zone away from loading up the bases. And he will do just that. The ball gets away. Both runners advance regardless. Nothing more than just a free pass they are given. And it is a 3-0 2-out walk allowed by Finn Piper. That will bring up Yearwood. He's in an unofficial 0 for 1 on the evening in a huge spot here. You know, any kid's dream. They see down by 4, bases loaded. They're trying to shoot it over the fence. It's kind of hard for a lefty to do that. You can see on the right side of your screen just where it goes down, or the fence goes down at least, just beyond that center field wall. And I think that would be the lefty's best chance because straightaway right field is very, very high. Some of these kids do have light tower power, though. Yearwood, if he could put the ball anywhere, that's undoubtedly where he would put it. First pitch to him is down low. It's ball 1. This is just another big spot. This is what I have meant by fun baseball. Just so much action, so much base runners. We're already up over the 2-hour mark of the game. This game yesterday went, I think, an hour and 15 minutes, I want to say. Both these teams playing much more competitive baseball. The 2-0 on the way. Misses outside. 3-0. Just as the Bobcats did a few innings back, the Bobcats are now on the correct side of bases loaded walks this time. If you can work one more pitch outside of the zone. Finn Piper attacking the zone on this one. He loses him. It's a 4-pitch walk to Yearwood. That will walk in a run. And the Bobcats keep clawing their way back. It is currently 5-8 now. That will bring up Lar number 6. He's looking at here in a big spot. Again, 2 outs. Curveball in there, strike 1. Finn Piper around 20 pitches on the inning. Almost hits Lar. Instead, it backs him off the plate a little bit. It's 1-1. If you're that case, if you're Lar in that spot, just stick your shin out a little bit. Stick your shin, stick your thigh, stick your foot. Wear it, because that's a free run, and it claws you all back 1 more. Instead, it's just 1-1. Finn Piper delivers. Bottom part of the zone, he caught it. It's 1-2. Finn Piper only a strike away from getting the bases loaded. Huge moment here for both the batter and the pitcher. Finn Piper kicks and deals. High and deep to left field. This one is going to clear the wall. It is here, along with a go-ahead grand slam for a team that was down by more than 4 runs, is now up by 1. It is a 9-8 ball game after a Lar grand slam. We do have a player down on the field. The left fielder seemed to crash into the wall in the meantime. 4 runs come across. Everybody is good out there in left field. And the score becomes 9-8 BCA Bobcats. A little silent here in the crowd. I might have been the only person making noise right there. But the left fielder did crash into the wall. I couldn't see it, but he does seem to be up and on his feet. Everybody is okay. So my apologies. I believe that is Isbell who crashed out there and left. In the meantime, we do have another pitching change. Number 22, Garrett Wright, will come in. I'll take a quick break. I'll step aside, and I'll be right back when the action begins. And we're back here in Knoxville. And to any viewers out there, I do apologize. I just went back and listened to the broadcast or the home run call. I just wanted to see what it sounded like. And I do get a little bit too excited. I guess the sensitivity of the mic cut out because as I was calling the home run, get a little too loud, it cut out. So I do apologize if any of y'all had y'all's volume turned all the way up and I hurt your ears a little bit. But just a big moment there. Had to be celebrative of each team as a broadcaster in a big moment. And it's cool to always call those moments. So Garrett Wright will come in. He will face Bennett, number 5, in his first at-bat against the new right-hander. First pitch down low. What a crazy back-and-forth game. I thought for sure the Bobcats were out of it whenever they went down big again. And they have for sure clawed their way back. And the Athletics still have 3 turns of an at-bat to match it. That one almost hit Bennett. This game stretching out time-wise quite heavily. Big swing there by Bennett. Count moves to 2-1. To everybody watching, I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all appreciate the stream as well. Hopefully it's up to everybody's standards. The 2-1 breaking ball hits Bennett. There's another runner on. That will bring up McCord, number 22. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Number 22 is 0 for 2. 2 outs. And he could be the second person on base if he reaches. I don't know. I'm just looking for ways to say number 2 right now. 9-8 ball game after that grand slam by Lar. First pitch from Wrights to McCord is in there. Garrett Wright is also number 22 is on the mound. So there's more chances to say 22. He'll throw over. Nothing going. He fires home. Strike number 2. It's in there. The 0-2 count on the way from Garrett Wright, trying to close this inning. Big swing and a miss there, and he does. So between a grand slam and 2 extra runs as well, the Bobcats responded with 6 more runs of their own. They have taken the lead. We will head into the bottom half of the 5th inning finally. The Bobcats now lead by 1. It is Bobcats 9, Athletics 8. I will be right back. Back here in Knoxville, it is Cox on the mound, and Will Dickens swings at the first pitch he sees and lines a single into sharp left field. Didn't even get a chance to paint the picture for what was happening, and there's already a man on. So Will Dickens resumed his at-bat from his previous appearance when a runner was thrown out for the 3rd out whenever he was at bat. And I'm sure he appreciates that happening because now he's on base safely with nobody out and one runner on. That will bring up Jack Fennell. The Athletics in a 1-run deficit trying to get that run back. Fennell fouls off a pitch of his own. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot. I would very much recommend double tapping the left side of your screen for a couple times, kind of watching what's happening in the last few innings. Wouldn't surprise me if any more crazy stuff happens. Only in the bottom half of the 5th inning. We still have 2 innings of baseball after this. This game is going. Fennell now to 2-1 count after Cox missed downstairs. It'd be cool if this field had a concession stand that was open. Maybe some hot dogs, some nachos. Don't broadcast on an empty stomach. For any broadcasters out there, if anyone's listening, don't broadcast on an empty stomach, especially when you have 2 games in the same day, as the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League does. 2 most days and 3 games a day every once in a while. That Cox pitch just caught the outside part of the plate. Count move even at 2. So a 2-2 count to Jack Fennell. Will Dickens on first. And a big swing and a miss there. Cox gets the first out of the inning. Jack Fennell goes down swinging, and there's 1 out. The Bobcats trying to do what they can to keep this lead intact. The longer they hold on to it, the more of a chance they have of adding insurance. And the way this game's going, it wouldn't surprise me if the Athletics scored 15 runs right here. Nothing went over there on the throw over. Dickens back safely. First pitch on the way to Finn Piper, called strike number 1. Finn Piper, believe he pitched yesterday as well. Back-to-back pitching days for Piper. He'll look to make up some of the damage here with his bat. Down in the count, 0-1. Second pitch to him. Catches the inside part of the plate. Backed him up a little bit, but instead it's 0-2. Good work by Piper, staying alive, fouling off close pitches. Count will stay at 0-2. Cox trying to put him away, become a second out, potentially get something up the middle on the ground. Cox would love a quick inning here, get his ever so hot bats back up at the plate. The 0-2 on the way. Called strike 3. Finn Piper goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cox, and quickly here there's 2 gone. So that will bring up number 22, Garrett Wright. He will come in as the potential last chance in the 5th inning to get something going. Will Dickens over there at first base. The same position where he plays. He's been the first baseman for the Athletics 2 games in. Cox deals to him, catches the top part of the zone. It's 0-1. Cox doing a real good job of finding the strike zone here in his second numerical inning of work. Exactly what the doctor ordered coming into your first full inning, I believe. Close pitch there, almost a swing, but umpire says no go. It's 1-1. Garrett Wright trying to keep the 5th inning alive. His team trailing by 1 after a big inning by the Bobcats. Strike number 2 is in there in the bottom corner. Cox continues to paint the corners. Cox a strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed. The first inning in a while with no run scored, and that one's going to get away. Dickens will advance to second base on the overthrow. There's a 2-2 count with 2 outs for number 22. Look, there you go. There's my excuses to say 2 a whole bunch of times. 2 is also my favorite number. Anybody else? Just me? All right. The 2-2 count, number 22. Oh, man, that was close. That looked good to me up here, but instead it's the full count. I thought the home plate umpire was going to step back and ring him up, but instead, Garrett Wright gets one more chance. Cox fires home. The full count pitch gets a foul off. Good work by Garrett Wright, staying alive here with already 2 gone in the inning. Dickens over there at first. He will represent the tying run if he can score, and he's going. And Garrett Wright sends one out to deep right field. Center fielder and right fielder conversion. The right fielder puts it away, and that'll do it. So good contact there by Garrett Wright. Unfortunately, the right fielder just ran it down in deep right center territory. And the Bobcats hang on to their 1-run lead. We will head into the final 2 innings. Finally, that is the end of the 5th. The Bobcats hang on by a run. I will be right back with you for the 6th inning. Welcome back to Gaylor Field in Knoxville, Tennessee. We are currently looking at the top of the 6th inning of a 9-8 game, very competitive back and forth game. Garrett Wright still on the mound for the Athletics. The Bobcats have number 15 due up. Combs 1 for 2 today. Falls behind the count quickly. It's 0-2. So Isbell was taken out of the game. It will be Cope out there in left field. Hopefully Danny Isbell is all right. Oh, Isbell is in right field. I didn't look across the whole screen. We get an appeal for Combs, and he went. That is out number 1. So a quick out there. Combs down on a strikeout on a check swing. So Isbell is now in right field. Dickens at first, Sewell still at second, Alcorn at short. Fennell has come in at third base. Strike number 1 to Harding. And of course, DeBartolomeu Still behind the dish. Garrett Wright working quickly. That is 5 straight strikes. Gonna chop that one. I was gonna go just foul. Catcher Gavin lets it roll. And Harding will come back. We'll do it again. Garrett Wright a strike away from putting away Harding. And another little tapper that went foul. Harding doing a good job tipping off anything close. And count will remain at 0-2. Garrett Wright gets a ground ball from Harding. The third baseman Fenner will throw over. The pick not made by Dickens. Harding making a big turn at first. He'll go into second base. The throw not in time. He gets on base by way of an error of the overthrow from Fennell. And with one out, there is now a runner on. So that will bring up Grisoff. He is 1 for 2. He'll come in with a runner in scoring position. Garrett Wright trying to find a way to escape this inning without allowing any more insurance runs by way of the Bobcats. Grisoff 1 for 2 today. Coming in looking for his second knock. Garrett Wright fires home. Nice curveball that just misses upstairs. Count will go to 1-1. Good attacking of the zone right on the outside corner. Grisoff falls behind 1-2. Whole bunch of pitchers today living around the zone. Only a few balls left in the heart of it, and they have been tattooed. But other than that, these strikes coming by very much difficulty from the pitchers. And there's another one right there. Grisoff goes down swinging. That is the second out of the inning. Harding remains on second base, and Say will come back up. Say officially 0 for 0 today. We will see if he can do anything to increase the Bobcats' lead. First pitch to him. Just missed outside. It's 1-0. We mentioned it in his previous at-bat, but Say has that light tower power. I've been told he has hit the ball over the light tower in the right field fence that is already 30 feet high. So, he's looking to duplicate that at-bat somehow. Good pitch right at the knees on the inside part of the plate. The 1-1 coming home to Say. Big swing and a miss there. Count moved to 1-2. Garrett Wright trying to escape this inning and get his sticks back up in the bottom part of the sixth. Wright trying to put away Say the 1-2. So close. No go on the swing. Just outside. It's 2-2. Number 22 kicks and deals the 2-2 pitch. Curveball doesn't break back over the plate. Count will move full. Garrett Wright only a strike away from getting out of the inning. Would be the first half inning in 4 to 5, 6 half innings where no runs have been scored. And good work by Say, fouling off a pitch. He will keep his at bat alive. Count is still full. Solid chunk of viewers. Y'all are tuned in for quite a battle tonight. I hope y'all are enjoying it as family as I am as a fan. And a big swing and miss there by Say. He goes down swinging. Garrett Wright gets the final out, and it's a strikeout. And that will do it for the top half of the 6th. Garrett Wright, the pitcher, keeps the deficit right where it is. The score remains 9-8. The Athletics down to 6 outs to try to claw back. I will have the bottom half of the inning for you when we come back. Welcome back to Knoxville, where it is a late game of an absolute slugfest. 9-8 scores. We head in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Cox still on the mound. He will face 0-0. This will be Danny Isbell. Isbell 2 for 3, having himself a successful day at the plate. Glad to see he is okay after crashing in the left field wall during that grand slam. That one catches the upstairs corner. And he skies that one into shallow left field. Left fielder coming in, and he will put it away easily. 1 up, 1 down for Cox in the bottom part of the 6th. Cox still wheeling and dealing. That will bring back up Colby Comparado. He is 0 for 2 today. He'll stand in, base is empty. And 1 runner out. First pitch misses. And he sends that one high and deep to center field. Say underneath it in deep center, and he'll put it away for the second out of the inning. So 2 deep fly balls for the Athletics. Unfortunately, they can't get either one of them to fall. And it's 2 out here quickly. So with 2 outs quickly in the 6th, Joe Suish will come back up. 1 for 1 on the day officially. Cox trying to make that 1 for 2. Big curveball there that spikes in front of the plate. Good work by Lard behind the dish today. Obviously, with his stick as well, had that grand slam that put his team back ahead. Cox comes home, and Suish fouls off a pitch that went behind the broadcast booth. Things move even at 1. Now Joe Sulish at a 2-1 count. And he chops that one on the ground at shortstop. A diving play by Short. Unfortunately, gets through. Sulish real hustling down the line. Big turn at first, and he'll retreat. But it's a 2-out knock for Joe Sulish. And that will bring back up Mason Alcorn. Alcorn in his 4th at-bat. He is 1 for 3 on the night. He'll stand with the runner on. Sulish back safely over at first. That was a little close. Hawks trying to keep his team the lead. Big swing there by Alcorn. Sulish at first represents the tying run if he can cross. The 0-1 turns into an 0-2. Good breaking ball there. Doesn't get a swing at Alcorn, and things move to 0-2 quickly. The 0-2 count. Sulish goes. The ball over the head. Sulish slides in. Doesn't see it. That will advance over 90 feet. Alcorn at a 1-2 count. Breaking ball outside. Moves even at 2. This game is now up over 2.5 hours long, and concurrent viewer rate has still been pretty consistent. So shout out to everybody who's hung in this long. 2-2 on the way. Gets a little half swing. No appeal, no check from anybody. He doesn't go. And that will battle back after being down 0-2. Alcorn battles back to a full count. Cox trying to escape the inning. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Cox gets Alcorn down swinging. He strands the tying run at second. And that'll do it here in the bottom part of the 6th. Each team has 3 outs left to work with. The Bobcats lead by 1. It is 9-8. I will be back for you momentarily with the 7th inning. And for the last time tonight, we are back. Top half of the 7th inning. Garrett Wright still on the mound. First pitch to number 2, McCord, swung on and missed. And as of right now, Garrett Wright has a tall task of trying to keep the lead where it is, working quickly here. McCord 0 for 2 tonight. Garrett Wright trying to make it 0 for 3. The 0-2 count on the way from Wright. Swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. McCord goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Great start for Wright here in the 7th. So that will bring back up Cox. Cox has pitched for a few innings now, and he has welped and dealt. First pitch from the pitcher to the pitcher. He squares the bunt. Sticks the bat out there at strike 1. Misses the laydown. Cox 0 for 2 today from the left-handed batter's box. No bunt there, but he fouls the ball off onto the football field behind Gaylor Field, and count moved to 0-2. He fouls that one up. Garrett Wright has been very, very close to getting consecutive hitters out by way of the strikeout with 3 pitches apiece, but unfortunately with foul balls just getting in the way of that, he has not done it in back-to-back batters yet, but he's been close. Cox still at a 0-2 count. Just missed outside with the curveball. Things are getting exciting here as the game is down to its final 5 outs. And Cox goes down swinging the throw down for the drop third, and that will retire Cox. There is 2 outs. So down to their last chance to add any insurance runs. Number 3 will come up to the dish. Yearwood, he's 0 for 1 today, looking to get anything going here with 2 outs. Oh, almost hits him. Watch out. We will see if Cox has the 7th inning for the Bobcats or if the coach will turn to a closer with a run lead. Breaking ball just misses there. Yearwood fouls off that one. That one will hit the net and bounce back in the field. Count moved to 2-1. Good consistent work by Wright going to multiple innings. Good changeup or breaking ball, that just missed the outside corner. Yearwood trying to close the door, or Wright trying to close the door against Yearwood, and he'll foul it off. Good battle by both of these men. Cal has moved full. I really hope by the end of the season we can get y'all a better camera quality. This thing is so garbage, and I apologize for that. The 3-2 count on the way. Drilled high and deep to center field. Center fielder Comparado's out there to put the final out away for the 7th inning. The Athletics will get one more chance in the bottom half of it. As we head in the bottom half of the last inning, Bobcats have a 1-run lead. I will be right back for the actual time tonight. And we are back here for the final time tonight. Coming in, trying to shut the door, is Bennett. He will be tasked with Gavin DeBartolomeu due up first. He is throwing heat. Bartholomew will pull the ball in the left field for a leadoff base hit. The Athletics down to their final 3 outs, and they trail by 1. So now with Gavin on first, that will bring up number 7, Will Dickens. He is 2 for 2 today. Real solid day for him at the plate. Bennett is throwing heat, as a typical closer does. This could be a regular role for him throughout the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League 2026 season. Check over on the runner, nothing going. Dickens at a 1-0 count. Dickens at a 1-1 count. Bennett battling, has to work anything that he can to get out of this inning unscathed and to end the game. Trying to shut the door on the Athletics. And he will get a ground ball over to second. That one's going to roll through. Tough break for the Bobcats. Quick throw in prevents the runner from advancing anymore. And here, quickly, the Athletics are threatening. 2 runners on with nobody out. We will get a pinch runner out there at second. Gavin DeBartolomeu will run off. And he have a replacement. Jack Fennell back up at the dish. Fennell 1 for 3 this evening. In a huge spot, the tying run 180 feet away. He squares around the bunt. The bunt dropped down. That one's going to go down the third baseline, and it's going to stay fair. What a bunt by Jack Fennell. You can't paint it any more perfect than that. And that will load up the bases here in the bottom half of the final inning in this ball game. Nobody out. Fen Piper comes up. Fen Piper, a huge redemption arc for him, possibly brewing. If you remember, he was the pitcher who allowed the grand slam to surrender the lead. One big swing from him here, and he could possibly win the game. Runners on first, second, and third. Fennell on first, Dickens at second. Another runner on third. Piper now at a 1-1 count. Big swing and a miss there, and count moves to 1-2. Bennett trying to shut the door. Bases juiced, nobody out. Huge moment for Fen Piper. The 1-2 on the way. Gets past the backstop. Unlucky bounce for the Athletics. And everybody stays put. It's 2-2. It is so fitting that the game is going to end this way. This game has just been an absolute slugfest. By far, out of the 4 games of the SMCL this season, by far my favorite one. And Piper fouls it off. He is staying alive. If you're just tuning in, you picked the best time to tune in you could have. And if you've been one of the people rocking with us the whole game, then I don't imagine there's a single reason why you would tune out now. Fen Piper, deep breaths as he tries to collect himself to step into the box and possibly win it here for the Athletics. The 2-2 is hit high in the air to left field. That one's going to get caught. Runner from third will come home and score. Finn Piper has tied the game. Score is now 9-9. Runners on first and second. That brings back up Gavin Wright. Will Dickens over there at second base. You know he is quick, and you know he will be ever so aggressive. The winning run stands just beyond the pitcher's mound over at second. Gavin Wright, solid day of pitching, looking for a solid day of hitting. He's 1 for 3 today, looking to be 2 for 4. The 1-0 to Wright, just missed upstairs, is 2-0. Good breaking ball there by Bennett. Froze Garrett Wright in his tracks, and count goes to 2-1. Runners on first and second. Fennell at first, Dickens at second. Bennett pitching, Garrett Wright at the plate. The 2-1 is in the dirt. Catcher Lar out to talk to his pitcher. Try to recompose him. Now, if the Bobcats want any chance to win, this game will have to be sent into extra innings. So glad Mother Nature has blessed us with a night off from the rain, because, man, had we missed a game like this, would have been a whole lot different. Three-one count for Garrett Wright. Bennett trying to dial in and gain a second out. Little half swing there by Wright. Home plate umpire says he went. And the count moved to 3-2. 18 total runs have been scored this game. Assuming Dickens scores from second, it will be 19 total runs for this game. The full count pitch. Hold strike 3. Very close pitch. Bennett gets right down looking. And just like that, it will be up to Danny Isbell. Isbell, excuse me. Isbell locked and loaded. 2 runners on. First pitch to him down the middle for a strike. The 0-1. Curveball in there, moves to 0-2. Isbell, 2 for 4. A base hit in the outfield would win it. The 0-2 on the way. It's going to be down to left field. Will Dickens around third. He's coming home. The throw in from the left fielder is going to be not in time. A walk-off single for Danny Isbell. In a game where 19 total runs were scored, a base hit in the left field in the bottom half of the 7th wins it for the Athletics. Tough blow for the Bobcats as they were still searching for their first win. But the Athletics advanced to 2-0. The Bobcats to 0-2. Great game by both of these Brett Carroll organizations. Both of these teams as kids have to go home and be excited for what happened tonight. It's going to be a great season for both these teams. And unfortunately for the Bobcats, it has just not gone their way here tonight or here this season. A tough break here for 7 innings. 2 hours, 40 minutes, your total time. For everybody who has made it, thank you so much. I am Hunter Mancuso. I have been the one calling this game. I will be back for y'all for your teams next game and the game after that and the game after that across the entire season. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. I hope the broadcast was as good as this game just was. 9-10, your final score. For one more time tonight from Gaylord Park here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you all for listening. I will